Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. I am Blake Martin. It is Twisted Tuesday, and let's get to twisting. I'm not going to say much by way of preamble, except for to say we spend a lot of time seated. I want to focus on some activities today, some stretches and some movement to kind of deal with all of the things that sitting does to you. And this is great. You can do it to start your day, just kind of start in a more positive space before you sit down. But you can also just grab this a little bit later in the day and do it again. So let's get to it. All right. Got your chair here. We're going to stand behind our chair. Just place your chair in a place where your legs cannot be seen by anyone. That's really critical. The legs not being seen. I think we're almost good here, camera line. One more adjustment. Good. So now that you've got your cameras placed and your legs can be seen, you stand behind our chair. Let's just reach up. Big stretch backwards, pandiculation stretch. Pull the arms down and melt. Let's do another one of those. Big stretch, inhaling. You can yawn if you want to. Yawning's. You can yawn if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Safety yawn. It was a song by Men Without Hats. Is that it? Big stretch. Really reach back. All right, here we are. Let's just step back away from our chairs. Flat back. And just inhale and exhale a couple times and come forward. We're going to do this a few times. Step away from our chair again. You want to step far enough away so that your arms can almost go out completely flat. Your legs should be more or less straight. In case you don't recognize this position, if you're the yoga kind, this is like a downward dog, all right? Come back to standing. Step back again. Third time. And pulse your knees. And extend. Pulse your knees. And extend. Pulse your knees. And extend. One more time. Pulse your knees. And extend. Your back is straight, your neck is long here. Come back close to your chair, standing behind it. We're going to step back with one leg and just press the heel toward the ground. All right. Explore that a little bit with your ankle. Just kind of make little circles with your ankle in one direction, and then little circles with your ankle in the other direction. And press your heel backwards again, away from your hip. Try to have your hips be square, okay, so that you're not opening up too much. And now what we're going to do is we're going to flip our leg over on its side so that the blade of your foot is here. I'm just going to turn briefly toward the camera so you can see what I'm doing. And maybe, there we go, my foot on the mat. So my foot is like that, sideways on the mat. And then I'm just going to press my knee forward. And this time my hip is open. Hip is open. Going forward. Try not to go past my ankle really with my knee, so I can move my foot backwards more if I need to. And just press. And extend your leg, your front leg. And then bend your knee. And extend your front leg. I'm holding on to my chair. It's making me lean over a little bit. I can release and stand up, but I'm okay with this as well. This posture just here is fine. All right? Bend your knee. Press back up. Match your feet together. Switch sides. So your heel goes back. and pressing into your heel. Now you're going to make little circles with your ankle. So you're kind of lifting your hip up and away and pressing back down. You're keeping weight in that back foot. And now you're going to press down into the heel. Keep your spine long. I'm kind of rounding I was rounding my neck over. So I want to keep my spine long. Do as I say, kids, not as I do. All right. And now blade of my foot. I'm turning my leg outwards. I'm opening. I'm shifting my foot back a little bit further. And I'm going to extend my knee on the front leg. And then I'm going to bend. And I'm just moving into that stretch a little bit. Extend my knee. And bend. And let's do that one more time. Extend the knee. And bend. All right. Bring your feet back together. We're just going to step, your torso distance away from your chair. We're just going to bend into a squat. Come back up. Just bend into a squat again. Come back up. So almost like you're seated at the chair, but behind it. So we're activating the leg muscles. We're just getting a little bit of blood pumping through these. We're actually warming up the hips a little bit in preparation for something that's coming up. Do it again. I think we're at 4 squats and we're going to do 5. All right. You take your chair. You don't have to turn it toward the camera. You can just sit on it. And what we're going to do is I'm sitting right up near the edge of my chair. And I'm going to turn sideways on my chair. And I'm going to reach my one leg back. And I'm going to sit on my chair. If you've got a chair with arms, you may need to move the arms back. And now I'm kind of in a high lunge with my right leg and butt supported on the chair. And my left leg is pointing back behind me. Depending on the height of your chair and your own flexibility, you may need to move your leg out a little bit further from the chair, or it can be back directly behind you. All right, so this is dependent on your height and chair geometry. And what I'm doing now is I'm just pressing away from my sitting leg. And I'm going to extend my knee of the back leg. I'm going to extend it toward the ceiling and the back of the room. I'm just going to breathe here for a second. This is a great for opening the hip flexors. Well, all the hip flexors really, I guess, except for rectus femoris. That's the word I'm looking for. And then I'm going to release my knee down, match my knees together. And let's go to the other side. I'm going to bring my leg back. I'm going to look for that appropriate geometry for me. Okay, so my leg might be a little bit further away from the chair, like forward, or it might be back directly behind me. Again, depends on your chair height and your own geometry. I'm going to get myself nice and situated here. I'm holding, my hand is supporting my upper body. It's keeping it upright. And now I'm going to extend my knee backwards on the back leg, away from me, and opening up. And I'm really feeling a delicious, just this lovely pull anteriorly. And I'm feeling it, personally, I'm feeling it not so much in the muscles, but I'm feeling it, and there's some connective tissue right here. the superficial fascia, and I'm feeling just kind of this bright pulling sensation. It's really nice. So you're always looking for that sense of deliciousness in your stretch, right? And release your knee. And then we're going to cross our leg over, our ankle over our knee, and we're going to tilt forward. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to tilt forward with my whole body. So my back is straight. I'm not curving my low spine, but I'm moving forward. I'm trying to bring my sternum toward my shin. And if I don't get very far, that's fine. There's no loss. The objective is to go as far as feels good for you. And let's come back up. Let's come out of that a bit. And this time I want you to go down and only go to like about 6 on your 10-point stretch scale. So you're not fully as deeply in the stretch as you could possibly be. You're a little bit back. And just, I want you to play there. Pulse into a more full stretch and pull away. Allow yourself into a fuller stretch and pull away. And once you get down around a 7 or an 8 in terms of how full your stretch is, just shift your ribs from side to side a little bit. And you'll notice some differences. We're really going after a muscle called the piriformis. It's a really interesting muscle. It does a bunch of things. One of the things, it's a big outward rotator. But paradoxically, when you get the femur up above, like around 90 degrees, it becomes an inward rotator. So go figure. Nicely done, piriformis. Well played. All right, let's come back up. And just rotate that leg in and out a little bit. There, that's nice. Let's swap legs. Well, I don't mean like swap with someone else in your house, but I do mean switch the leg that you had on top, ankle above the knee. And again, on this leg, you'll notice if you're looking at me, if you are watching at this moment, you'll notice that this leg is much higher and that I can't tilt nearly as far forward. So I'm tilting forward, and so I'm not completely symmetrical. You can say that again, Blake. I'm not completely symmetrical. So I'm working, I'm exploring the asymmetry a little bit for me. Coming back out of the stretch. Let's go into it again, only 60% this time. Go a little deeper. Come away. Go a little deeper again. Just continue to breathe. Come away. Go a little deeper, looking for that point of deliciousness. You're finding where the stretch feels great. You don't want the stretch, a stretch should not feel painful. It should feel a little bit challenging, but really nice. So just shift your ribs from side to side, moving. All right. And place the leg back down on the ground and just rotate it in and out. We're just kind of moving it, getting that movement. All right. Now we're going to just kind of reach. Here, I'll turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to reach around our chair, and we're going to sit back. So we're getting a stretch on the posterior side of the shoulder. If you can't reach, you might be able to grab onto the handle of your chair if you've got a handle. But if you can reach around here, you can reach underneath your arm as well. For me, I'm going to get a slightly better stretch if I reach from the top. And we're just going to sit here for a second. And now I want you to move the shoulder on your right arm, if that's the one that's holding onto the back of the chair. Just move it around. Little circles of your shoulder girdle. We're just exploring that and loosening it up a bit. Opposite side, grasping onto my chair, and hold and sit back if you can a little bit further. Breathe. And shoulder circles. Move your shoulder up and around, down and around. And then I want to teach you a cool stretch that I really like if you can do it, if it's available to you. Okay, so there's two styles of this. You can just continue sitting at your chair. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get my my fingers like this on my opposite shoulder so that my fingers are cradling my opposite shoulder. So I'm going to bring my hand over my head like this, like the tricep stretch. But I'm actually going to place my fingers in this cradle here so that when I draw my arm across, I'm actually creating a lever that kind of pulls my elbow in an arc over top of my head rather than just directly across. And this is going to do slightly different things than just drawing it across. So I'm just going to hold that. If that's not available to you, then just place your hand in the air like this, and you do your best. And release. Again, making this little cradle. I'm trying to get my fingers, my thumb and forefinger, around my shoulder on the opposite side, drawing my elbow across. And let's stand. Do a little shimmy shake. So just shake your arms, shake your butt like you're on one of those those shaking machines that people have. They're supposed to make you lose weight. Just shake your arms high, shake your arms low, shake your arms high, shake your arms low. Tapping, just to wake up your body. In the back. Tarzan on your arms. Gently on your face. Inhale and release. Inhale and release. Inhale. Oh, and release. Awesome. You're ready to start your day. You're ready to get back to work. You've moved early. Remember to move often. We will see you again tomorrow for Wobbly Wednesday. Have a fantastic day.